Hello, I'm meteorologist Rob Karlmark in Northern California with a nice little series of headlines here that sort of plays out our weather over the next day or so. Now, we've got a lot of different microclimates, as I've mentioned many times, but we'll do it one more time here. We've got some early morning fog and then afternoon sun. That's the way that it goes with our cold Pacific Ocean, where the water temperatures are in the mid to upper 50s. It's always cold, and so that allows the mechanism to get fog and low clouds in the morning. Then the sun starts to heat things up. It disperses, we call it burning off, and then we get ready to do it again. So that's the way things are going to play out on this Tuesday. For the valley spots, we're going to be close to our averages. For the foothills, sunny conditions, and for the Sierra, we're going to be dry. We've been plagued with daily threats of showers, thunderstorms, hail, lightning, all elevation-based, higher elevations. That was all last week. Now we moved into a dry forecast, and that's going to be the case for a while. I just have to reflect on July for one more second. For our Northern California locations, it's been exceptionally cool considering not only the month of July, but compared to last July, where we had 16 triple-digit days, we only had one last month, and we've been more or less in line with a pretty solid August so far. We've had some average days, even some below average days. Today would be considered a below average day of 90 degrees because we're usually right around 93. So we like where we've been going, but starting Wednesday and beyond, for most valley locations, we're going to be mid upper 90s, and that is definitely going to be above average as hot weather is coming back to us. We just haven't seen it for a while. One thing worth paying attention to as well is, while we have beautiful Lake Tahoe, quite often this time of the year, there's some element of smoke and haze because of a series of fires that are happening somewhere. Once smoke gets in the air aloft, it takes a while for it to move along. We have had a number of fires, obviously, this year, and acres burned. It's been above average, but a lot of that action's been central and southern California, including the Los Padres National Forest, which is right over here near Santa Barbara and Big Sur area. You can see, though, distinctly, we don't have a lot of smoke and haze for Northern California. I'm sure across the country, many people have been talking about the Canadian wildfire smoke and haze that's been moving through major metro areas, or even in the Southwest, the fire in northern Arizona, also some in Colorado. But at least for once, you could see here, our skies have been clear. So it has been relatively nice all across the region. Now, moving forward here, our Tuesday temperatures will slowly filter in. But what we're looking at here is mountain showers and thunderstorms. We've got Sonora, which is a nice foothill community, 89 degrees. We are looking at the possibility very late in the day for a few random showers and thunderstorms, mostly central and southern Sierra. We've got Big Sur at 81 degrees, Gilroy 84. Beautiful conditions right along the immediate coast with temperatures in the 60s. The reason why, like I mentioned right off the top, cold Pacific Ocean. The closer you are to that, it modifies the air, and that's where our cooler temperatures are. Once you move away from that, a mountain range or two over, you're going to start to see the temperatures rise. We've got solid warm to hot conditions all across the inland areas. Chico 92, Redding 96, Shasta at 84, higher up in elevation. That's why you're seeing that temperature difference. Right along the valley floor, lots of sunshine. And like I mentioned, temperatures will be in the low 90s, which is a little bit below average for this time of year. The metro area for Sacramento, some places that don't get an evening wind, we call the delta breeze because the wind blows from the ocean across the delta, which is where the rivers converge and then go out to sea. That area is going to be cooler than the farther you get away from those locations. So overall, we're going to be watching temperatures move on up into the mid-90s, into the upper 90s, with some locations reaching triple digits, but just for a couple of days, then widespread cooling as we move into next week.